Make the strings louder.
Alright, so we got a little distracted yesterday, and I pretty much didn't get a lot of the stuff done that I wanted to do. So today, we don't know what we're going to do. I'm just going to start doing stuff. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to the parts car and try to get the rear bumper support. So I need the thing that goes right here and the foam. I think I actually have the foam over there, but I don't have the actual, you know, the metal piece that goes back there, which I'm not even sure what it looks like. So I guess I'm going to run out there and see if I can pull it off. And this might get a little complicated because you can see how this is all pushed in right here. This whole quarter panel is nice and tight. So you can't really get, I already took out one bolt, so I might end up having to, I wonder if there's 3 bolts or if there's just the 2. I think there's 3. But I'll probably have to pry this out so I can get to that one right there. And then it looks like there's not any on the bottom, so we might be good. And then pull these clips out, obviously, and there's some clips and stuff on the bottom too. Alright, so I got the rear hatch struts installed, threw on the rear little weather stripping, I also threw on the little latch so that all that stuff works. Then I actually got the little thing on here to work because it wasn't retracting, so I just put like a little zip tie in there to tighten it up. Threw on the rear bumper and give it a little wipe down because it was all covered in basically slurry from like trying to cut and buff this thing, or at least sanding it to cut and buff it. So you can see across the top we have all the orange peel and the little nib stuff, so you can see I still have plenty of sanding to do on this guy. But so yes, that's kind of the plan for maybe the rest of the evening, is to go ahead and get all that, get this whole rear bumper polished, and then I need to install the foam and the rear tail lights off of that, as well as the little bash bar, whatever that goes underneath it. So yeah. Alright, so me and Ty just got the rear bumper, basically 1,000 and then 1,500 grit. So you can see it's all pretty much flat. I mean, it's not 100% perfect, but I didn't want to go super crazy on the edges of stuff. But pretty much knocked out all the orange peel. So now we'll just do like a little final with the 2,000 grit, and then we'll hit it with the compound. I think people like it when I split the compound with my hand.
I don't think they do. Huh? Everyone always yells at you to use the machine. Play the back. Yeah.
Alright, so just got done compounding it. You can still see the little swirls and stuff in it. And yeah, now it's time for some polish. But this little thing is like a lifesaver. I wish I had one of these a long time ago, and honestly that's one of the main reasons I put the rear bumper off for so long is not polishing it, is because I knew just all the crevices and the cracks and everything, you know, and all the curves and the tiny little spots, and you know, like up in here and all that stuff would be just a major pain. So yeah, that definitely made it a lot easier. So I'm gonna hit the big parts with you know, the actual black pad, the black pad right there on this, and then after that I'm gonna do this little guy and all the crevices. So what? Supra? you hand me that blue towel over there? Next to that little... Holy crap, guys, there she is. So you can see now when you look at it, there's not any of those crazy swirls that there was before. Kind of hard to see like with the light and how it's reflecting everything, but yeah, definitely really happy with the way it turned out. The rear bumper was just kind of one of those things that, like I said, I was just kind of putting it off, and I'm glad I just decided to just be like, all right, no matter what, I'm finishing this bumper tonight. So I think, you know, obviously covering the whole back of the car like that, and kind of it keeps all the compound and everything from flicking forward and going in there. So I think that's kind of what I'm gonna end up doing with the rest of the car when I do, you know, the final polish and stuff on it. I still need to do the roof, and you know, right here on the side you could see all that stuff. So definitely need to do the full polish on the rest of the car, but the rear bumper is officially done. I still have the hood in there and the side skirts. So the hood is compounded, so basically it just needs like a good polish, maybe a little bit more of a touch up with the compound. But the side skirts, they haven't been sanded or buffed or polished or anything. So those things essentially need cut and buffed too, which I'm not really looking forward to that. I thought about skipping it. I guess we'll have to see how they kind of look when they get on the car. You know, I'll probably do a couple of the things, you know, like right there where it goes. I don't know, I'll probably end up doing the whole side skirt, but that's definitely gonna be another day. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the tail lights and all that stuff back in here and get kind of a look for this rear of a Supra. Alright guys, there she is all put together. The window's not glued in it obviously, but we got the rear third brake light, the tail lights in it, and a nice polished bumper. And I know it doesn't look like much because literally this thing should have looked like this a long time ago. You know, as far as just, you know, bolting tail lights and a bumper on it, but there's just a lot of work that went into actually, you know, fully polishing that bumper. I do need to do a good polish on the tail lights. You can see they got couple little scuffs and stuff in them. So the other thing is I might just sand them down and re-clear coat them, and then they'll literally look really like brand new. So I don't know what I did with the Toyota emblem. I pulled it off the other car and it was kind of lingering around here, and then I don't know what I did with it, but really stoked on the way the back of this thing is turning out. I do need to figure out what to do with the wing, or not figure out, I think I might have to repaint one of the winglets, because up here on the corner or something we started sanding it. But yeah, this is the TRD wing that is going to be going on it. So just imagine that thing right there, you know, obviously polished and all that stuff. So that's coming soon. But on one of the other ones, when, you know, before we're getting ready to prep and go to Streetcar Takeover, I think we sanded through like one of the edges just because there wasn't a whole lot of paint on it anyhow, and they didn't get any of that like dirt nib stuff in it, so we didn't repaint those when we did the rest of the car, so I might have to redo that. The other thing I need to do is the mirrors. So I have the Ganador style mirrors, or they actually are the Ganadors. So I have those, they're all taken apart, and we didn't have time to paint those when we painted the whole car. I was just like last minute, like, oh crap, we forgot about those. So I need to paint those, as well as coil cover, intake manifold, but you know, we've kind of already talked about all that stuff. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be about it for this week. Sorry I didn't get a whole lot of stuff done, and even in the last video, pretty much each video was filmed in one night, because I'm going out of town basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you know, wedding Saturday night. So yeah, we'll be back here early next week or this weekend and trying to hammer down on this thing and get some things done.